It's your boy Azizz, aka Mr. Azizz, aka Drunken now Azizz X. You're tuned into Punto The Spot right now. Brick City, Jersey, stand up.
I'm here, you there, we all here.
Man,
and we're back. I want to welcome our next guest to the show.
Yes.
I hear he's one of them Guyanese, Bana man.
Yeah, Ban boy.
Yeah,
Bana.
Bana is in GT.
Welcome to the
Isla Peniton Sosa.
Let me put you on.
Welcome to the show, Azizz.
Thank you.
Formerly of the hip hop
me.
group, The Outsiders. Take us back, man.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Brick
Right.
City, New Jersey. You already
Brick
stand
City.
up.
Yeah.
You know,
George.
I'm from Brooklyn, East Flatbush, the
Okay.
90s, whatever. That's like the little Caribbean. And everybody swears that Guyana is part of the Caribbean.
Right.
They are part of the Caribbean. We voted
South
voted
America,
them in. They was
Yeah,
adopted
yeah.
in because they know we're in the Caribbean. But most people don't know that. They think that Guyana is in the Caribbean.
Well, it's
just
close to
because-
Trinidad, so
But
yeah, you know.
It's in South America.
it's
Yeah,
not
it
the
is,
Caribbean,
it is,
brother.
it
But they
is.
got a pass. They down
Right.
with the Caribbean.
Right.
You know, they
We with the
represent with us.
movement.
Right.
You
Same-
go to
same
Eastern
vibes.
go to Eastern
It's the
Park with
accent?
Labor Day and
Is
tell
it the accent?
Nah, man, it's the curry chicken. If you make curry chicken,
You Caribbean.
Nah, it's just like what is it? What are they like?
Yeah.
West Indian, East Indian,
Yeah,
or
it's
something
like-
like
Hold
that?
on, wait a minute. Those Indians, they make curry chicken.
Yeah.
They not.
They Caribbean.
They Caribbean.
they make curry chicken and
Somebody
dog,
must
you know
have been
what I mean?
sailing from the Caribbean going over on that side, and
Damn right.
Guyanese is going over because I'm telling you, Guyanese is married to everybody that's in the Caribbean.
Yeah, you got me ready to get some curry.
No
chicken.
matter what part of the Caribbean you are,
One
you're
of my
married
favorites,
to
baby.
a
Too.
Guyanese.
Word,
There's
word.
Guyanese
They
people
need the
married
doubles.
in there, you know what I'm
Word,
saying?
word.
Stewed chicken.
Well, you know, the Moors done been everywhere with the spices and the knowledge, so
That's a fact.
it's nothing new.
So let
under
me
the
tell you
sun,
how.
know what I mean?
Tell my listeners how you got the name to be called Azizz.
From battling numerous amount of MCs in Brick City. I used to start battling back in like 94, 95 when I got into rapping.
Right.
And I used to smoke a lot of wet back then too, you know what I mean? Like you used to get high off that wet and battle a bunch of cats. And then one day I tried some wet with this chick and her family, and her mom was like, yo, that smell like angel dust. And back then I ain't even know this shit was angel dust because Red used to call it Bombazi.
I was going to
Yeah.
ask you that.
So we was like, yo,
That
Red
Bombazi.
was like, I got that Bombazi. So I was like,
Yeah.
we smoking it. She was like, let me hit that. Her mom was like, let me hit that. I was like,
Okay.
I hit it. She hit it. She was like, I don't know what that Bombazi is, but this show
Yeah.
smell like angel dust.
Oh
So later on that day, I got a call like some cats was looking for me. I was like, I got to change the rap name from Bree One to Azizz.
Azizz.
I was ducking the streets. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, I used to battle everybody under the name Bree One, but then I switched to Azizz and became an outsider. You know what I mean? Bree was
Dope.
like fresh, but Azizz was dopeless.
Right.
Tell my listeners who the outsiders
Look at
are,
that.
whatever that was. You know what I'm
Oh
saying?
man, this
It was a
story
quick-
gets told a million times. Let me try to tell it right. The Outsiders is a Brick City native group.
Yeah.
A bunch of cats came together with the illest styles, the illest punchlines, the illest flows. Nobody sounded alike. It was 10 of us, including Eminem and Rod Digger. We was the Outsiders.
Wow.
Jersey, stand up.
Wow.
We
Rod
invented
Digger.
that rap style y'all love so much today. I think we invented that. You know what I mean?
Dope.
The punchline,
So
rock
you,
and roll.
You damn near like
You know what I
Wu Tang then for
Yeah,
Jersey.
yeah. We was on the Wu-Tang hills. Like Wu Tang was always cool with us because we was on tour.
10
And,
chambers. You had 10 chambers.
Yeah. We had we used to be on Ghostface used to be on our tour. Slick Rick used to be on the same tour. Like we rocked with a lot of Wu-Tang cats. Even Meth. Like Meth is like my favorite Wu-Tang member and hip hopper.
Shout out Meth, yo.
Meth never changed,
Sure.
man. He never
Right.
switch
Nah,
up.
that nigga stay
He
the
keep
same.
the same heart.
Cal.
You know what I mean? Yeah,
Right.
but the Outsiders.
Shout
and
out RZA because
the
I
Wu's
was just
supposed to
with
do
him the
some
other
records.
day. I was just with RZA. We ran into each other at Beauty in Essex, this little restaurant over here in what part of that? That's in Lower East
Yeah,
Side.
Lower
there.
East Side,
Yeah.
LES.
Peace
in
to the
LES.
God.
Peace.
Already.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, that's what's good.
Yeah, so Azizz and the Outsiders people, they've been in the game. He been in the game since like you said, the early '90s. You know what I mean? He moving around, man. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
man. We started what 95. I'll tell a story, quick story. Like we used to all rap, and everybody knew us for battling.
Yeah.
But like the Fugees had got a deal with Columbia, and they used to be in the basement, and they used to call it the Booger Basement. So we used to be walking by there all the time, and nobody really went down there and rocked with them like that. But then Z, Pace, and Digger just hopped on a record with them, and it was called Cowboys from The Score, the album The Score. That record ended up doing like 22 million records sold out of the blue. And we
That's
was
a
shocked,
fact.
like, yo, whoa. So the outsiders, like, we still would be street rhymers going to the pipeline and battling everywhere we could. And then Z got a couple dollars out of that, Young Z, and then he was like, yo, man, what should we do? He's like, man, I'll get a studio. Let's just get a studio. I'm going to live in it. And that's what I did. I used to produce most of the stuff back then. I used to be in the studio from like 24 hours a day, just listening to samples, trying to figure
What did
out.
you use to produce? What machine?
I had an MP 60 at first,
Yeah.
then I got the
60.
2000.
There you go.
And then the 3000 came out, and that it was over. The 2000 actually, I think it was the XL 2000 came out, and it was a wrap because they
Yeah.
had the SCSI on it. And you could like download way more files than just the what is it, the floppy
The
disk?
floppy disk.
Yeah, I mean, so the SCSI you could download mads like hours and hours of samples, chop them up, and do your thing. But yeah, man, the Outsiders was it was myself, Azizz, Young Z, Pace One, DU, Nauseous, Axe, Sass, Denz One, Bizarre, Y'all Lover, my brother from another mother, and Rod Digger and Eminem. That was the Outsiders. DJ Muhammad and DJ Spunk was our
When
DJs
you say
as well.
Eminem, you know what Eminem you talking?
Talking about Marshall.
I'm making sure.
Marshall
Make sure
Mathers,
the
yeah,
artists,
Eminem.
because
Yeah.
they don't know that. They're
Yeah.
thinking, they don't know he was over there.
Oh yeah, man.
So that's
Eminem
why I'm
used to
making
come
sure
to
the
Jersey.
listeners know. Yeah, I know.
yeah.
So he was in Jersey.
Oh
I
yeah,
know.
he used to come to Jersey like once a month, or like he come like 2 weekends in a month. But it came together because Z and DU went to like a Jack the Rapper convention back then. If you knew you
Jack
was
the
trying
Rapper.
to get on, you had to get the Jack the Rapper
That's a
Shin
fact.
Flex. You know what I mean? So they went there, saw Bizarre. Bizarre was the weirdo, fresh, but you know what I mean, a little weird. They loved him, brought him back, and when he came, he brought M to the hood.
Dope.
And we was like, yo, who the white boy? He's like, man, my man Fresh, he ill. His name is Eminem Marshall at the time, you know what I mean? Before
Right.
he even added Slim Shady to it. And we was like, man, spit. And he had clips. We was like, okay, you
Yeah.
got it. You know what I mean? You
Yeah.
with us, you know what I mean?
What year was this?
This was like 97, 96.
Okay.
I mean, we'll take him like, because the Outsiders, we was signed by then to Chris Schwartz.
Okay.
Salute to Chris Schwartz. He just dropped his book, Rough Nation Records or something like that, from the streets of Philly to the #1 charts in the 90s.
Okay.
I mean, he just dropped his book telling the story. But the Outsiders, we had our deal, and we was like the hottest thing smoking. We used to bring M to the wetlands and just let him rock his single.
Right.
Like, yo, go ahead, show love, you know what I mean?
Right.
But the Outsiders was a bunch of groups. It was like Dopeless, No Brain Class, Teammates, Prepared Never Scared, if I say it wrong again. Rod Digger and her partner was Twice the Flavor.
When
So it was like mad crews that used to be separated,
So-
but still spit together at
But-
some point. You know what I mean?
You spit together, but you're still competitive with each other.
Very
So
competitive.
that to
like,
me is what creates the success.
yeah,
It breeds someone's gonna shine.
yeah, shine.
They're gonna shine. In fact.
You know what I mean?
And then that's if I look at a lot of labels, let's say Death Row, one of my favorite.
Yeah,
And when you hear their stories, they all was in that room making those records.
yeah.
So if it was Snoop's turn to go, everyone was helping Snoop.
Snoop, yeah. But see, that's one
Right.
thing the Outsiders we never grew up to become. Like, we was a bunch of
You didn't
crew-
have Dr. Dre in
we
there.
ain't
That's
yeah,
the problem.
yeah. The thing, I think basically what it was it was friendly competition. Because you knew your verse wasn't fresher than my man.
Right.
That's why you ain't make the song.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
it wasn't no problem. But you're absolutely right. We didn't have a Dr. Dre. I was the
So
Dr. Dre in the
even
making.
Wu-Tang, they
You know what I
had
mean? They
Riz.
had RZA.
Right.
So
You know what I mean?
just understand that's what made Wu-Tang RZA.
Right.
So in Murder Inc. it's Irv. Like that's
Yeah.
what made us. Like, and I look at groups, or not groups, but like record labels. When you hear all of those talent you had in this one place coming together, fucking with each other,
Right.
it's only gonna make animals.
Yeah.
Savages, you know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? And that's what ends up happening. And if you had a producer in the middle of the core of that, you might have even went even it
Create
have
some
been even
magic.
it'd have been even crazier because that producer creates that sound
Yeah.
that you need, the consistency,
Correct.
and that's what gets that message. You know, that marriage between beat and word is what makes a hit record.
Correct. And the funny thing about the Outsiders, man, even though I was one of the main producers, we all produced. If we found the sample that was dope, man, we rocking on it. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? It wasn't no competitiveness when it came to a fresh record or a dope record. We all supported it. We rocked on it. If your verse wasn't good enough, you'd be like,
You
yo,
didn't
man,
make it.
let him go on instead. You know what I mean? Because I remember the first record M hopped on. He hopped on the record so fast, I was like, hold on. I ain't even got my verse done. But it was so fresh, I was like, yo, y'all go run with it. You know what I mean? So that's what we did as kids, man. We were like 17, 19 the most, man. Just didn't know what we had.
Having fun.
I always took the responsibility of the music because I never got my chance to create that sound. Like I
Yeah.
started, and then we got bread, and we started buying beat from. I heard y'all mention Self.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like everybody was hot then. Rockwilder was hot, so
Right.
we was trying to pop.
Shout
we was
out
trying to
Rock.
make some money.
Right.
But
No,
at
there
the
was
end
so
of the
many
day-
dope producers.
Yeah, yeah. You know what I
Uh,
mean? But
Right.
at the end of the day, it was like about that rock and roll era of music we created. Like we were the first group that would come out and soak the whole audience with super
Super
soakers,
soakers.
and they didn't care. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We was the first group
Like a-
smoking, jumping,
like a
bungee
rock and
jumping
roll
in the
joint.
crowd.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
really putting on a hip hop rock. That's why when I see Lil Wayne doing it now, I'm like, all right, we took an ass whooping for you to get that love, bro. You know what I
pioneers
mean?
always
yeah,
got
yeah,
it.
yeah, man.
So
we didn't know what we had though.
Yeah, yeah.
So
a
it's-
lot of
it's-
times you don't.
But you're doing what you love. So it's like you just going through motions and you didn't really understand.
Word.
I can sit and speak for myself. Me and Irv, we didn't know what the fuck. We was just making records. You know what Irv wanted to be? He wanted to be the biggest producer in the world.
Right.
And at one point in life,
He was.
absolutely
Absolutely
the
was.
biggest producer in the world.
Can't take
And
that
that's what
away
he
from him.
wanted. He was really gunning for Dr. Dre.
Yeah.
Right.
That was his, like, he's the best.
Yeah.
Right.
I gotta beat Dr. Dre.
I think
That's what drove him.
I always wanted a record deal, and I got that. I never wanted a solo deal because, like, I always looked at the Outsiders as the Avengers of the hip hop game. Because
Right.
you'll never see another white boy and a girl that's fresh, Rod Digger,
Yeah.
Eminem.
Shout
and
out
we,
Rob.
And we all
Yeah,
ill,
yeah,
you know what I mean?
Rod
Like, and
Digger.
nobody sounds the same. We get on records, we compliment each other. It's
Right.
not so much forcing somebody to get on the record or, you know, and it wasn't even, yo, man, you need to say this. Everybody wrote their own rhymes. Everybody was accountable for their own raps. You know what I mean?
Did y'all fuck with Do It All back then?
Yeah, Do It All, Lords on the Underground, Lords of the Underground. That was my
Yeah,
man,
shout out
dude.
to Do
Shout
It
out,
All.
Do It All, Mr. Funky.
I was out
DJ
there.
Lord Jazz. What up, though?
I was
Yeah, they-
I was I was
Oh,
I
yeah,
was
it was
helping
hard.
I was
Yeah.
helping him on his campaign for mayor and
Oh, for
represent
running for
out this-
councilman
yeah,
out there?
running for
Oh, that's
councilman
dope.
out there.
That's
He was
dope,
out there
yeah.
supporting
Dude
different
deserve it,
events
man.
and
He ain't
stuff
gonna
out
quit.
Yeah,
there. That's my dude.
Yeah.
Shout out
dude.
the Lords of the Underground.
Lords of the
yeah.
Underground in
They
the
were-
house. You know what I
shout
mean?
out
Brick
to
City.
Yeah, shout out to Shaw University too. That's where they linked up at.
Okay, that's
That's his
dope.
that's his
dope.
alumni.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I
Do it
know
all. You
Dude,
got
yeah.
some family here.
All you
heard?
educated brothers.
Educated.
Us niggas that didn't go to school.
Word.
So as is coming up to speed now, I see you over here. Could you tell me about this Drunken Owl brand?
Yeah, man. The Drunken Owl is the owl you see on my shirt right now.
been
I'm not
watching.
sure of the camera.
Is that the logo?
Yeah, that's the logo.
Kind of look like the
hey,
Wise
be careful
Owl.
that logo. You know
Look like
why?
the Wise Owl.
That bottle. You know what that bottle?
Don't,
bottle.
that's how you know somebody got money. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He peeped
That
the
bottle right
But-
there, y'all.
But the bottle
That's
is
number
empty.
15.
As soon as they get on it,
I'm
I'm
just
out
telling
of
you,
here.
be careful. That's all.
As soon as they get in the bottle, I'm out of here. The bottle playing a strategic role in the
but
marketing.
as soon
you know
as you
what
see
I
that
mean?
bottle, you know that's. Yeah.
So
Word.
It looked like the owl on the Wise potato chip, but high and so like
Okay.
Yeah.
got
He
He
swag.
got those
Yeah,
red
this
eyes,
the
yo.
Drunken Owl, but this owl is actually drunk in love. You know what I mean? This is not the actual
He
drunk
don't look
owl.
like
you would-
he's in love.
He's drunk in love. Because he's drunk in love, he got the bottle right
he
there.
in love with that bottle. He in love with that bottle, baby.
right.
Yeah, I mean, but nah, man, my wife and kids started a name Drunken Owl, and they just decided to think of an owl with a bottle, and you know what I mean? But it's actually about love. And with the Drunken Owl brand, what I've been working on lately is real diligently is doing a once a year festival, an annual festival in East Orange, New Jersey at the Paul Robeson Stadium. Right now, we missed I think yesterday they had a meeting about what events they're gonna agree on and didn't agree on, and something with the, the internet got ways to work, but we missed the deadline to do something, so we weren't able to pull the stadium off as of yet. But the festival is called Free Family Reunion, Empowering Everyone, and it's gonna be free food, drinks, haircuts for the kids. We're gonna be educating the kids on how to save money. And their parents, because the parents got to bring the kids, so the parents and the kids gonna learn how to get their credit.
How to do
better.
what? Save money.
Save money.
You hear that, Crystal?
Invest properly. How to get their credit up at a young age. They're gonna learn so much. We're gonna even have motor vehicles there giving out IDs on the spot to parents and adults who don't have IDs. Because like certain things I noticed in the city is going on. We're gonna talk to people who may need counseling. And just get the community involved. It's a community event. I already have Mayor Ted Green signed off on it. So we got 90% of the work done. It's just paperwork be crazy, you know what I mean?
Is Cory Booker contributing? Because he is running, right?
We need
those contributions from him.
We can't get no bread yet until we get the stadium. We can't get no support until we get the stadium, because once we get the stadium, we pay for the insurance. Then
we can't vote and support then until
But Cory
we get on
definitely will support that. I don't see him not supporting something for the children. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's what Drunken Al is about, man. It's about giving back to the kids.
No false promises.
You know what I mean?
Hold on. So you saying the Drunken Owl is for the kids?
Dino is for the kids. You know what I mean? All profits go to the kids. You know what I mean?
The Drunken Owl is for the kids. That's what's up.
You know what I mean?
What other articles? Do you just T-shirts, or you have?
I got T-shirts. I got hoodies.
Okay.
I make fitteds. As you can see, my boy Jay Crush in the back got the fitteds on. Okay. But whatever you need, you can order it on my IG. I got an Instagram page at Drunken Al. So just
we like gifts at the El Punto.
Oh man,
we like gifts at the El Punto.
Hey,
see that title bag over there? You feel the gifts up in that bag,
you
right?
Might be the only person that's the same size from 20 years ago. Everybody grew up. You know what I mean?
I'm glad I'm not trapped in the 70s, brother.
You ain't
walking around here looking like Clyde Frazier.
You ain't see his gut.
Oh, so you in the gym? Okay.
Oh yeah.
He in the gym.
Hey man, and I heard y'all talking earlier. I wanted to get up and say something about health. I'm one of the many people you could look at and say, this gentleman, I just completed last Friday. I completed 40 days, 40 night liquid fast, no food at all. You know what I'm saying?
How hard was
Stronger
that?
than me.
It was easier quitting than starting back eating.
That's crazy.
Crazy, right? Because when you out the matrix,
So when you say liquid only, you're talking about alcohol like the owl?
no alcohol.
Yeah, and you drinking like that in 40 days?
It was consisted of sea moss. Once I started off sea moss 3 times a day, because sea moss has 92
lot of
the 102 minerals the body carries.
Right.
I used to drink the unfiltered
Where'd you
apple
get your
juice.
sea moss from?
The West Indian store, D&D in Bloomfield, New Jersey.
Okay.
I mean, I used to get that 100% apple juice, crushed apples, unfiltered apple, and alkaline water, and every now and then coconut, either a real coconut or coconut water. You know what I mean?
Someone told me
40 days, 40 nights. Of that.
How did you feel after that?
I felt amazing, man.
Detox your body?
Detox my mind, body,
Everything.
and soul. No smoking, no drinking, no sex for 40 days, 40 nights, and just thugged it out. You know what I mean?
Better man than
Not
me.
that, like you feel like, how did your like you feel like?
It's a calmness that come over you, like you don't have to worry no more. Like the brother was saying, what's meant is meant, and it is what it is. Can't nobody stop it or prevent it. It is yours. You know what I mean?
Right.
You're born to achieve a certain thing, and you're.
I would
born
love to get that. I want to try it.
Yeah, man. I'll show you. I'll write it down for you, man. It worked for me. I got a brother right now.
Let me ask you another
trying it.
question with that. How long was you like? I don't sleep. I don't sleep a lot. Did it help you with sleep?
No. You're actually up more so urinating than anything else, because you got to keep fluids in your body, so you're sleeping. Like I said, I'll go to sleep at 9, wake up at 2, and I'll meditate from 2 to like 5. You know what I mean? Every day, then hit the sun as soon as the sun rises.
You lay in the bed and
then
meditate.
I walk 6 miles. Huh?
You lay in the bed when you get up at 2 o'clock. You lay in the bed from 2 to 5, just
consciously listening to affirmations and sometimes just music. Then when the sun come out, I hit the sun, walk 6 miles, and just show people like it's possible to do anything. Do push-ups, 1 hand, 2 hand, whatever. You know what I mean? Like I just studied a lot of Bruce Lee teachings, and one of the things he said is become one with water. I never was a big fan of water, but now I am, and I understand exactly what he means.
Right.
Make us
you know what I mean?
understand.
Yeah.
Your body is 90% water, man.
I know it's not
75%
alkaline.
water. Your body is 70% water. Your brain 75% water. If I might be wrong with the numbers.
Right.
But you have a brain and a heart in your head. You have a heart in your stomach, and you have a heart in your heart. So if you are able to continuously keep the right amount of fluids in your body, you could break a bone and it heal back, and you won't even be feeling like that bone was broken. And you could ask Jackie Chan, he done broke damn near every bone in his body.
Right.
But in order for him to be able to still walking and doing what he did mentally, he became one with water.
Well, I do know your body heals itself if you're absolutely functioning properly.
Right.
So when your body's not in, let's say, proper, like
Tune.
alkaline, I don't know how to explain
In
it
tune,
either, but in
right.
tune with how it's supposed to be, like it's meant to be.
Mm-hmm.
But when your body's meant to be, you know, your organs, everything, your cells
Repair
reproduce
itself.
and
Correct.
fix
Right.
Well,
itself.
I read
You know, our body's an amazing instrument. I mean, you know what I'm saying? It's an amazing instrument.
Right.
You know, God didn't make a mistake.
At all.
Yeah, because I read an article online that says with alkaline water in stores, that once the water that has alkaline in it, once it's on the shelf for more than 4 days, the alkaline residual moves away and it's
It's
really
no
just
longer
drinking
alkaline.
water. It's
It
no
could
longer
be
alkaline.
possible simply because you're putting it in plastic.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If it was in glass bottles, which you can get from Blueberry Cafe in Newark, New Jersey, it's 100% alkaline store, food, everything,
Right.
pastries. But they sell the actual bottle of water in a glass bottle so that the electrolytes and all that don't go away from the sun. You got tinted bottles. So it's all about the canister or the container you put the water in, not so much it
'Cause
being on the
my
shelf.
sister's
Right.
my sister's husband, he bought like an alkaline system that he put in the house. It was like 4 or 5
Yeah,
grand.
they could do that.
Yeah.
That's how he gets it because
Yeah.
it administers it or however that
Yeah,
works.
that's
Right.
that's probably the best way to go, man.
But
Right.
well, yeah, when
Spring.
you're taking showers in alkaline water, everything. No, it goes in your body.
Alright.
You know,
Yeah.
through the water.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, through just a shower.
Pores,
You know,
yeah.
through your pores. Exactly.
Yeah, yeah. His skin is the largest organ. Yeah.
But at the end of the day, I was told also you could just do lemons room temperature, sit it, and then like overnight, and that's alkaline water.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Just
just
eat
put
it.
water and put the lemons in the water
Right.
and just let it sit overnight.
Right.
Now it cannot stay that long.
Yeah, long.
Right.
Like you said, there's a timeline, so you would have to drink that water
Right.
Fresh.
and make a new bottle. But that's simple as you can get. Just cut some lemons up and drop it in.
Yeah,
Right.
man. So the
Right.
diet was crazy. Like I
Good
said, it
old
was
lemons.
crazier getting back into the matrix because when you taste food, your body, like, I was having internal shocks. Like,
Right.
you know what I mean? Then they mean we electrical. We
Wasn't used
electrical.
to it no more.
Like, bruh,
Right.
still going through it, and it's like
Right.
5 days later.
I learned
Wow.
I learned
Are
something.
you vegan?
Yeah, I was vegan prior to going on the fast. You know what I
Okay.
mean?
I learned something right here on the show. We had a guest called the Craves Vegan Chef.
Okay.
Craves Vegan Chef, and he bought some empanadas here. And let
Oh,
me tell you,
man.
when I ate them, I could not tell that they were vegan.
Right.
So he said something to me. He said, with the human mind, once it crunches or tastes, has the texture of what it's supposed to be, and it tastes good, it doesn't make a difference. It doesn't make a difference, real meat or not. It just has the textures, everything that the brain thinks that that's supposed to have. If it
Right.
has it and it tastes good,
It's good to go.
I'm not vegan, but when I hear that, like I know a lot of vegans, they have soy products that replace, let's say,
Meat.
that meat,
Right.
and that soy is not good.
Yeah,
for
soy
you.
is no good.
Right.
Soy is
So you-
foam.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean,
Say that again.
Soy is
what?
foam.
Okay.
foam.
Yeah, liquid
Okay.
foam, just like the nuggets and all that
Right.
processed meat is just
Exactly.
Right.
foam that they
Filler.
make taste good. Like he said, if your brain, because you got to think about it. Like one of the major things I put y'all up on with the Matrix. When you go in the supermarket and you eat everything, you don't really realize, oh snap, it's just a corporation I just walked in.
Right.
Everybody got a product.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
whoever product is in your face the most and looks the cheapest, that's the one you're gonna buy, whether
Right.
it's healthy or bad for you. So the first thing I noticed once I started trying to back to eat, it was like, man, Pepsi, Coca-Cola,
Right.
you know what I mean? Chips Ahoy, Oreos, Lay's. Like, it wasn't salad, lettuce,
Right.
mangoes, apples. It was everything but. So you'd be like, oh, snap. And in order for you to actually enjoy yourself, to be honest, you can't be the oddball out eating everything but because everybody looking at you like, come on, bro, get with the times. Like, wake up. This is the real world. You know what I mean? When the real world is actually the illusion. The world I just came from is real. You know what I mean? But that's life, man, and we all got to learn from it.
The healthy
We
food,
have to find our balance. Everyone has to find their own
healthy
balances.
food, salads, waters is expensive. All the sugary products, all these foods is like mad cheap. And like you said, people go for what looks good and the cheapest because it's economically feasible for the masses.
Yep.
I got a question too. Like you said, you was vegan, but what is the term for somebody that just is on a liquid diet like you was?
It was a fast. It wasn't more
Yeah,
so
it's a fast.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
it's
you
like
can't.
a liquid fast. Like I didn't
It's
do
the
it for the
detox
rest.
and
Okay.
clean your
Yeah,
system.
it's to clean out your lungs, your liver, your kidneys, everything. Like everything you clean,
You
cleanse
flushing everything. Your
flushing,
colon.
and then your colon,
Everything.
your cells. You know what I mean? Your body start healing itself from the inside out. Like if you had rashes and all that stuff,
It's gonna go.
you'll notice like without any lotion or anything, that shit gonna disappear.
Right.
Because your body is fighting all the impurities
That's dope.
that's in right here, mainly here,
Right.
out. You know what I mean?
But you say you felt like you should have went a little bit longer, or
I could have went I could have went a little longer, but I didn't. But I felt like if I wanted to, I could. Like it wasn't a problem. Like I said, it was harder getting back on the foods.
Right,
You know what I'm
right,
saying? Because you
right.
got to only eat soup for like a good 7-8 days.
wow.
You know what I mean? You can't really take nothing solid. You know what I
Right.
mean? And I tried it, and I was like, oh snap, it's not gonna work. You know what I
Right,
mean? So I
right.
tested it, but you know, it's all about your mental, man. You
How
gotta
much
start.
weight did you lose?
I lost 20 pounds. I was
Yeah.
like $155. I ended up being like $130. So I lost like 25 pounds, but
Wow.
the energy was there.
Right.
I wasn't sluggish. I wasn't tired.
Right.
I wasn't weak, dizzy, none of that. Like all that's just a lot of talk. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? It's just because somebody never really did the work.
So-
But you're
so-
looking
so-
at somebody that did the work.
So after those 40 days of fasting and cleansing your body and you know being super strong now, how did the sex urge? Did that come back even stronger, harder? I mean, like
It never
pause,
really left. You just like
He
you
made a
know
choice
when
to
you
cut
in
it
jail, you know, like if you go to jail, they force you. I tell people all the time, man, don't wait for the man to put you on probation and punish you and sit you down. You know what I mean?
Right.
Put yourself on probation every now and then, because when you go to prison or jail, the first thing you got to think about is that you getting something and you wake up like, oh, it ain't real.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So you got to put your mind in a frame of mind where everything ain't about just that. Like the urge never left and definitely came back stronger because, like I said, your body heals itself. So if you're having libido problems or whatever, you might want to try a little 12-day fast to see how it worked with you, and then put some, you know, beets and stuff in your body, like mainly sea moss in your body, that's going to help you get your urge back. You know what I mean? But the urge never left, and it's back stronger than ever.
And when you say take the sea moss, you're not talking about the regular sea moss that's in the Jamaican restaurants with all the milk.
The Irish mash.
You talk about taking the sea moss, boiling it, straining
Correct.
it, taking it and mixing it with some gluten-free milk or things like that.
You can do that, but what I used to do was what Dr. Sebi said. He said just get the sea moss, rinse it out 3 times, boil it, strain it out. But while you boil it, you got to boil it with a half a lime and a cinnamon stick, and that takes away the taste. So you could just drink the liquids right after that.
Okay.
Yeah, shout out to Maka Diamond for that recipe, because she put me on. She even brought me the sea moss
Word.
from Jamaica and everything, and
That's
said boil
blessed.
it, put the cinnamon stick
Bless
and the lemon,
up,
boil
bless
it,
up.
strain
Yeah,
it.
man.
Said it
Bless
puts,
up.
it puts back the cartilage in between the bones and all that as well. There's a lot of things. For
I'm
you.
gonna try it.
Yeah.
Jules.
Yeah,
Let's
man.
try it.
Dropping
So once
jewels.
again, let all my listeners know where they can find you and stuff like that.
On Instagram, you can find me at Drunken Al or at The Real Azizz, or should I say at Real Azizz, RealAzizz. On Facebook, you can find me at Azizz, SALAAM. That's Azizz Salam. On Facebook, IG, that's Real Azizz, or Drunken Al, DRUNKNOWL. With the Louis XIII battle.
No, it ain't. No, it ain't. No, it ain't. I'm gonna
this-
keep you safe.
He's a marketing genius. I beat that. He's like, watch that battle.
And
now.
this is El Punto The Spot. You can check us out on YouTube at El Punto The
Man.
Spot. Subscribe. You know what I'm saying? Hit that bell button so we get the new notifications for when we drop these new episodes
right.
like this
Click the
episode
button.
tonight. We got a lot of hot stuff on it. Don't forget to check us out on Instagram at Adventures Music, Chris Gotti 187, Ape in the Flesh, DJ Marvls, EverDomo, Dex Diamond, you know what I'm saying? Check out for the upcoming album dropping soon. My song, don't forget, July 2nd is Tales BET.
That's a fact.
Man, Dykeman is popping every day. I tell everybody, get out there from Monday through Friday. Get out there
Vibes
early,
is
get your
different.
seats.
Pull up.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out to D1 Pop. Shout out to Young Honcho. Their music was playing out there in Dykeman Park. It's looking good. Shout out to my song as well.
Yeah. Shout out
CG,
to
you got
Cha
any
Ching,
things you want to
too,
just
man.
shout out? You know
Nah,
what I'm saying?
yeah, I just want to say, Don Dinero, you know what I'm saying? Congratulations. And Z, keep the good work up. You know what I'm saying? Congratulations on graduating.
Marvelous, you got some words for our listeners out there?
Yo, this weekend's gonna be popping. You already know what it is.
Yeah.
It's Pride Week, right? It's Pride Month.
What? It's about to get that cheddar. Hey, getting these chicken.
I don't know what this pride is.
DJs must play, man.
man.
Pride people throwing a whole lot of parties this month, man. You gotta get them
spending that
checks,
cake.
man. Get
Yeah.
that money. Music calms
Get
the
that money,
savage
man.
beast, man.
Bills don't stop, man. You gotta
Let's say
say
once
right.
again, I want to thank all our affiliates around the world, man. You know what I'm saying? Shouting out our Houston guests that came out here, our Houston family, I should say. Mob ties, family ties, however you want to call it. You know what I'm saying? D1, B1, that whole family out there. Shout out to Uncle Tone out there, the stadium. You know what I'm saying? IMI Studios doing their thing. You know what I'm saying? Check us out on Instagram. If you want to book yourself for the show, hit El Punto The Spot in the DMs. Don't forget artists, members, and people. Hit Adventures Music in the DM if you want to have your music featured in Dykeman. You know, pull up on us. You know, schedule that. You know what I'm saying? Marvelous, get something lined up. Like I said, thanks to all our affiliates, man. We keep doing this. God, you want to get something in, man?
No, we good. I'm ready, you know, to check out all our guests that came in, man. They was a dope show tonight. You know what I'm saying? Thank you for coming through.
Thank
This
you
was
for
dope.
having me.
Yeah.
Alright, definitely.
Get that Drunken Owl.
Yeah,
Yes,
everybody
sir.
have a
Take us out, DJ
Hold up,
Marvelous.
fools. This your boy Drunken Owl, Azizz X, rocking with my homie El Punto, and you're now tuned into The Spot, the world's hottest indie radio show. You heard?